Morning, guys. It's Chris from the daxtrader.co.uk. It's Thursday, the 30th of August. This is the Dax Technical Analysis Summary. We've just completed the premium webinar, which will be recorded and uploaded to the premium channels. You can join that at 7 o'clock if you want to join the room. To get into that, join the Telegram channel, and the links for that are in the description below. If you do like the content that we're providing here, then please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and leave a comment or get in touch if you want to find more information. Before you proceed with the video, please read the trading disclaimer in the description below. Trading financial markets is very, very risky. All right, so what have we just been discussing then? So I'll take a quick look at the trend defining levels first of all on the majors here. This is a 60-minute FDAX chart. No, it's not. It's actually FDAX mini. Let's just same price, but we'll leave that for the moment. You'll notice here that up until very recently we were trading bearish below 458. We consolidated in this 3-4 day range, created this value area in the region of 370 to 390, bust through that 458 and created a new trend defining low. And that trend defining low for me was 338. So we're still bullish now above that. Currently creating a high at 594, and we are looking for a dip to buy. It's just a case of figuring out where that's going to be. I was half expecting that this morning we were going to get a little bit higher, but instead we have we've taken a 20-point gap lower, and we've continued to move to the downside. So we've peeled away from those highs from yesterday evening by around about 40 points, 45 points. Dip to buy levels. So we're thinking it could be the top side of this 458, somewhere in that zone, which was the previous trend defining high. And so tagging or digging into that a little bit could be interesting. There is also a point of control that's exposed, which I'll show you in a moment, around that 460 level. And then beyond that, if we dig a little bit lower, then I'm looking at this composite value area. What do I mean by that? Well, if we just drew a volume profile for, I don't know, that much data, let's say, which is about half a month, you'll see this spike in the volume profile here. This is our composite value area. This is a high volume zone from all of this data. Okay, and our point of control is down there at 390. So that's what's interesting for me. If price does manage to take out this low volume area, it will probably find its feet somewhere in there at 390. Okay. If we zoomed into that in a little bit more data, this is the same chart that we've just been looking at. A 60-minute chart is now a 10-minute chart, and you'll see that the most recent price action is formed this mini channel, and you can just build that from connecting a line through this down-sloping low-to-low trend line here, taking a parallel from that and putting it at the top to create this channel. And we spiked it a couple of times, tested it. After breaking above it, we're now sitting on it from above. So it'll be an interesting little battle to watch, that one. All right. Levels for today. Let's just take a look at a couple of these. Move this over here. Here we go. So normal distribution from yesterday. Textbook looking bell curve, value area pretty much central inside the profile, point of control in the middle of the value area, and so no pockets or high volume or low volume nodes or zones to exploit. The point of control is at 540. The VWAP was pretty much the same at 536. Value area high 555, value area low 520, and we're currently sat on or just above the value area low for the moment. I'll be interested in looking at a break below 521 or a break above 609, and the daily pivot is at 540. Okay. Strategies. I'm not going to go into those for today. Join the webinar if you want to talk about those. All right. My thought process for the trading day, and as I was going through the day, I'm not going to go into a huge amount of detail on this one, but we were just talking about building balance points, some action center reaction, setups. There were trend lines, sloping trend lines that were turning into channels. We were looking at type 1, type 2, type 3 trades. And then I got to this part here at the end, and I'll just talk you through that. So as this was forming yesterday, this is just a very, very simple expanding pivot line set. These are interesting because when you have these push trades, if you like, you're looking for situations where I'm going to start my explanation of this again. The pivots themselves are not creating just higher highs, higher lows. They're creating sometimes the highs in this particular example are accelerating at a faster rate than the lows are. And so you've got this kind of megaphone effect where it's starting to lines are drawing all over the place. My server is a little bit slower this morning. I apologize for this if you're watching this at home. So my connection doesn't drop. We get this situation here, and price is just simply expanding. Okay, makes sense? So in this example, expanding pivot 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. When you get to expanding pivot 5, you'll often get a retracement of about halfway between the two pivots. And so what I found interesting was that we did get that yesterday. If we just draw a retracement from 4 to 5, you'll notice that we found that area there. Really, really interesting stuff. You can find that happening every now and then on all markets, but I do like it when it appears on the DAX. All right, not going to go into much more detail on that. As far as the exposed POCs are concerned, I talked about a moment ago on the very first chart that we talked about 454, I think the level was, which was the previous trend defining one, or 456, 458, I can't recall now. And I said that there was an exposed point of control at a similar level. This is the one I was talking about here. That would be an area that's potentially a dip to buy, or the 392, which is below, which is in that composite value area. They're the two levels to watch out for. As far as other key levels, probably going to be looking at those. Okay, if you want to pause the chart, lots of stuff in there that's interesting. All right, there we have it. So that is what I'm thinking a little bit for today, without going through the strategies. If you want to join us again in the morning, 7 o'clock is when we kick off with our webinars, and we'll go through the strategies in a bit more detail. If you are already a member, then you can get the full webinar recording from the premium channel, and you can get the chart book and the other indicators in the forum. If you want more information on that, send me a message on Telegram or send me an email. Otherwise, we look forward to seeing you again in the morning, and have a great trading day. Catch you tomorrow. Take care.